Ya, Assalamualaikum semua. Selamat pagi. Boleh dengar ke suara saya dengan jelas? Assalamualaikum. Boleh dengar ke? Okey, kita mulakan dulu kita punya sesi tutorial pada pagi ini dengan baca muka kita Al-Fatihah. Right, Amin. So, saya nak minta sesiapa untuk respon. Boleh nampak tak skrin yang saya share ni? Alright, okay, thank you. Okay, so for this week we will learn the last chapter in our subject, which is memory. So previously we already learned about counter, flip-flop, arithmetic circuit, code converter, encoder, decoder. So now in the last chapter we learned about memory, where we're going to discuss how the circuit is used to specifically store a data, right? So at the end of this chapter, students should be able to discuss the basic organization of RAM or memory, describe the read and write operation, explain how to expand the memory capacity of a memory. And memory is one of the pillar or important things in computers. Yeah, so we have the processor where doing all the computational tasks. And another important things for it to run properly is the memory, so that it can store a data, store a program into a memory, so that it can do computational things more effective. So that is what we will learn in this chapter. So what is the memory component? So the memory components have 5. So first, we have input data. Then we have output data, the data that we want to store. And we also have read and write line, okay? And we have memory enable line, which we will use later on to expand the memory. So for examples, if this memory chip provide 16 kilobit times 4 bit word line, we can use multiple of that chip to expand the memory capacity by using the memory enable line here. Then we have address line here, right? And the memory components are manufactured in size. Yeah, so in order to get the size of the memory chips, it has this simple equation where 2n times m, where n is the number of address line, okay? And m is the word size or number of input and output lines here, okay? So for examples, if let's say the number of address line is 11 for examples, and the number of word size or the input and output lines is 4 bits. So let's say 4. So let's say here is 11. So let me, and this is 4 for examples. Okay. Then we have 2 to the power of 11 times 4. Then we get the size in bits. Yeah, so let me take a calculator here. So 2 to the power of 11 times 4. So we get 8192 bits of memory capacity per IC chips. Okay. And later, when we learn, if we want to expand the memory capacity, that's mean we're going to combine multiple IC chips, similar IC chips. Yeah. So in modern computer system, so where we have 8 gig of RAM, 16 gig of RAM, of course, we will use multiple memory chips. Okay. So we're going to combine it. So when we combine the capacity, we have a different, we will need to calculate its expanded memory capacity, which we will see later on when we do the exercise, right? So far, any question about the memory components? Clear that? All right. So thank you, Haris, for the response. So memang kena ingat this one, you need to remember this. Always come up with the test. You need to able to label what is this, what is this, what is this and this. Yeah. Okay. Later on we will see when we do the exercise. So next is, this is example of questions. Yeah, given to you. In order for you to understand the memory components. For example here, given 8 times 4 bit memory IC. So this means each of the individual memory IC has this capacity. Yeah. So draw the memory diagram. So when we want to draw the memory diagram, first, as I mentioned earlier, we need to remember the components. So we have the data input lines, data output lines, then we have read and write lines, and we have memory enable lines and also address lines. And for data input and data output lines and also address line, you need to provide the number of bits for the line, right? So from this information given, we can derive the bit. So first one, data input and output lines. So it's basically refer to this, and this refer to the word size. Okay, so 4 bits for data and output lines. But for address lines here, as this equation here, yeah, remember? So we have 2 to the power of n times m. So n is the number of address line. So in order for us to get the number of n, which is the here, we need to find how we're going to get it by 2 to the power of what? So in order to get it, we need to get 2 to the power of 3 equals to 8. So n is 3. So we get the address line. Okay. So questions. Boleh tak? Is it okay? All right. Thank you. Next, after we have drawn the memory diagram, yeah, so the question asks us to identify the number of address line. So like I have mentioned earlier, from the information of the memory IC, we can derive the N and also M. Yeah. So here M is referring to the word size here, 4. So that's why we get 4. And the number of address line is n, 2 to the power of what? We get the 8 here. So we get 3 bits, right? So I have shown earlier. So now the next question is determine the number of data input and output lines. So again, this is referring to the word size, 4 bits here. And remember to put a bits. Okay. Then after that, the question asks for us to calculate the memory capacity in bits and bytes, right? So as we have learned in the digital system, so the memory capacity is basically we just take the IC information here. So we when we multiply the address number of address line and the word size, so we get the capacity in bits, 32 bits. And what we have learned that for each bytes, so for one byte equals to 8 bits. So that means in order for us to convert, to know what is the bytes for the memory capacity, so we get 32 bits. So now we need to divide it by 8. So now we get the memory capacity in bytes. So the answer is 4 bytes. Okay. Right. Any question? Then boleh tak? Okay. So any response? Saya tak tahu okey ke tak ni. Ke nak saya terangkan balik? Oh, okey ke? So saya assume okey ya. Right. Next is question asks us to calculate the number of memory cells. Yeah. So the number of memory cells basically correspond to the number of bits because each cell will store the data in the form of binary, either 1 or zeros. So if the memory capacity in bits is 32 bits, so that means the number of memory cell is also 32 cells because each cells will represent the bits, will install the information in bits. Okay. So the number of memory cell is times 4 bits equals to 32 cells, right? So next, the question asks us to identify the number of IC needed to expand the memory capacity to 16 times 4 bits. So now, we have this IC, memory IC, which is 8 times 4 bit, right? So now, we need to expand the memory. Yeah, we need to expand the memory so that it has this capacity, which is 16 to times 4 bit, right? So how many number of IC that we need to use in order for us to have this capacity? Yeah, so that means for each of the IC, we have 8 bit times 4. So that means in order for us to know the number of IC, we simply the total number of capacity, so 16 divided by, because each of the IC get has 8 address line. Yeah. Sorry, not 8 address line, sorry. Has 8, yeah, capacity. So that means 16 divided by 8 is 2 IC. So that means we need to have 2 8 times 4 bit IC in order for us to build 16 times 4 bit capacity, memory capacity. Okay? Boleh tak ni? Understood? This one? Any question? Okay. So assume no. So thank you, Ifan, for the response. Thank you, Joe. So now next is the name the decoder used to expand the memory capacity to 16 times 4 bit. Yeah. So since we need to have 2 IC, okay, so that's mean one from one so here the decoder is this refer to number of IC needed. Okay, so in decoder, as we have learned earlier, we have different type of decoder. Yeah, so remember back. So in decoder, we have 1 to 2 decoder. And we have also 2 to 4 decoder. And we also have 3 to 8 decoder. We have 4 to 16 decoder. Yeah, yeah. So if we are using 2 IC, when we refer to this line, which one fits the requirement? So 1 to 2 decoder. So this means for one input, we can make a connection to 2 memory IC. Okay, so that's why the type of decoder is 1 to 2 decoder based on number of IC. But later, maybe if we have another questions where when we do our calculation, we need to have 3 or 4 IC, memory IC. So that's mean the one that fit this requirement is 2 to 4. Or if we need maybe 6. Sorry. 6, 7. Okay, decoder or 8 decoder. So we can use 3 to 8 decoder. Right? Okay. Questions? Boleh faham tak konsep tu?
Boleh, sir.
Alright. Okay, thank you. Alright, so next is now that we know how many IC that we need to use to expand the memory from a single chip memory, which is 8 times 4 bit here. So now we need to draw the expanded memory diagram. So now we know that we need 2 IC, memory IC, and we know the type of decoder that we need to use. Now we need to expand, to draw the expanded memory diagram. So this is how we draw. So when this question come up in the test or in the final assessment, so this is how we draw. So we need to draw the data input lines, the data output lines. Remember, for data input and data output lines, we need to specify the number of bit, the word size for the bit. Next, we have read and write lines. Okay. Then we have the decoder. Okay. So, and we also have the address line. The address line is based on the here I have mentioned earlier. Each of the IC capacity is 8-bit. So based on this formula 2n plus m, so the n is how we can get 8. So to get 8 is 2 to the power of 3. So the number of address line n is 3. Yeah, so that's why here 2 to the 3. So that's why the number of address line here is 3. Okay, so the data input. So we have used 2 IC as we have calculated earlier. So we have the first IC, IC0, it starts with 0. Then second IC, IC number 1. Okay, and each of the IC will have connection to the data input lines. Okay, here, and it have connection to read and write lines. Then it will have also connection, read and write lines here. And also it will have input from the decoder we have identified earlier. Okay, so we are using 1 to 2 decoder. So for the decoder, it has one input, which is A. This is decoder. Then it have 2 output. So each of the output will connected to different IC. So first output, we go to the first IC, IC0. Then the second output will be connected to IC number 1. Okay. Then after that, each of the IC will have connection to the data output lines. Okay. Okay. And this question, the marks will be always around 8 marks because we need to label each one. Before we can draw a label, we need to know what is the type of IC, how many IC we're going to use, and also what is the decoder that we're going to use to construct the expanded memory, and also the number of address line, and word size. Okay, so the idea, dia akan bagi soalan first, dia bagi kita information of the IC, dan kita akan draw, ataupun soalan dia terbalik. Dia dah draw kan, kita kena identify berapa dia punya word size, address line, decoder dan juga number of IC. Ataupun type of IC yang dia guna. Okay, so ini refer kepada word size. Size. And this is refer to address line. Okay, ada soalan tak? Clear?
Clear, sir.
Alright, okay, thank you. Alright, so we move on to do this exercise together so that we can enhance our knowledge about this memory chapter. Right, so now, like I've mentioned earlier, this is the first type of questions where we are given the information of the IC chip. So now we are given 16K, not 16-bit, 16K bit times 8-bit RAM. So this is referring to the IC information. Okay, so yeah, hold on. So this is the IC information. 16K to 8-bit RAM. Okay, and remember in order for you to represent kilobit, so 1 kilobit equals to 2 to the power of 10 or 102 bits. And for 1 megabits, not megabytes, yeah, megabits, it's equals to 2 to the power of 20 or 1024 times 1024 bits. So this is number of bits for 1 megabits. And this is for 1 kilobits. Okay, so from here, how are we going to get the number of address line? So remember the formula. So we have 2n times n, right? So n refer to the address line and m refer to the word size. Okay, so how to get the number of address line? So the number of address line is, so we're going to see here 16K. We're going to get the n here, the address line. So how to represent 16K? So is basically, how are we going to get 16? 2 to the power of what? Any response? So macam mana kita nak dapat 16? 2 to the power of, what is the n? 4, yes, thank you. 2 to the power of 4. Okay. Okay, so about the K part, so now we have represent the 16. So it basically it will times. So K is 2 to the power of 10. Yeah. And here 4 plus 10, the n. So 4 plus 10, so the n we will get 14. Yeah. So the number of address line is 14 address line. Okay. Boleh tak? Faham tak konsep tu?
Faham, sir.
Alright, okay, thank you. So next is number of input and output lines. And this is basically refer to the word size, M. So now the M is what? Apa kat sini?
8 ke, sir?
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So M equals to 8. So 8 line. Sorry, 8 bits line. Okay. So third, number of memory capacity in bytes. Bytes, yeah. Bukan bits, bytes. So this means for bytes, we need to divide by 8. Okay. So now 16, so we have this capacity 16K times 8 bit. So in order for us to get in bytes, so this means 16 times to represent kilobit is 2 to the power of 10. And we're going to times by the number of word size, 8. Right? So when we multiply all this, we will get the number of memory capacity in bits. So in order for us to get the bytes, we need to divide it by 8. So the capacity is, okay, so if anyone with calculator, please tolong kirakan 16 times 2 to the power of 10 and 8 divided by 8. So berapa dapat?
Saya nak tanya,
Yes,
yang 16 tu dari mana?
this one. From the capacity 16 here.
Oh, baik, sir. Sebab saya ingat ambil yang 14 tu.
No, 14 ni dia refer kepada address line. N. Dia nak dapat N ni je. Boleh tak? Irfan tanya.
Sir, maknanya dia pakai yang question asal lah. Yang 16K.
Yes, betul. Yes, betul.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Alright, thank you. So now 16K, 2 to the power of 10 and 8. So siapa ada calculator? Tolong tekan, simak dengan saya sama-sama. 16 times 2 to the power of 10 times 8 and divided by 8. So the memory capacity in bytes is 16384 bytes. So that is the number of memory capacity in bytes. Semua dapat tak yang sama?
Dapat.
Alright, okay, thank you. So next is the number of IC needed to expand the memory capacity to 96K times 8 bit. So the IC given is 16K times 8 bit. So using this IC, how we can expand to 96K dot 8 bit? So now we know that we want to expand to 96K times 8 bit memory capacity, but we have 16K dot X bit IC memory. So how many IC we need to use in order for us to get 69K times 8 bit? So that's mean 96 divided by 16, we get, so berapa tu? 96 bagi 16. So we get 6 IC. Okay. So kita perlukan 6 16K times 8 bit IC untuk kita dapatkan expanded capacity to 96K times 8 bit. Boleh tak? Faham tak konsep tu setakat ni? Anyone? Questions?
16, kenapa tak 8?
Tengoklah sini. 16K kita sekarang ni kita nak dapatkan, thank you for the questions. So now kita tahu dekat sini number of bit untuk sini sama je kan. Ini word size. So sekarang ni dia nak dapatkan capacity this one. So satu IC tu dia ada 16K. Betul? Tapi dia nak expand kepada 96K times 8 bit. So 96 bagi je lah 16 tu. So kita tahu kita perlukan 6 IC. So cuba kita tengok calculation dia. So 16K times 8. Tambah lagi. 16K times 8. 16K times 8. 16K times 8. 16K 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tak cukup lagi. 16K times 8. Kita dah buat apa tu? Cuba tambah. Dapat tak 96 balik? Okay. Menjawab soalan ke?
Okey, faham sir.
Alright. Okay, thank you. So, kita dapat 6 IC. Selalunya dia tak berubah, dia sama je. Pasal ini adalah data dengan input. Maksudnya berapa banyak bit dia boleh simpan. Bila dia nak simpan tu, dia punya input dengan output bit tu adalah 8. Tetapi untuk dia punya addressing tu, berapa banyak dia boleh simpan data tu. So dia refer yang depan ni. N. Depan ni. So that's why kita bagi yang depan tu je. So maksudnya kita nak 96. Kita ada 16K chip. So kita just 56 bagi 16. Yang depan tu. Okay. So kita ada 6 IC. So any other questions? Boleh?
Boleh, sir.
Alright, okay, thank you. So next is the type of decoder used to expand the memory capacity to 96K dan 8 bit. So sekarang ni kita tahu dah kita perlukan 6 IC. So sekarang ni macam mana kita decoder jenis apa kita gunakan untuk kita boleh connectkan daripada dia punya A tu kepada 16 IC tu. So kalau kita refer balik tadi, kita ada 1 to 2 decoder. Ni kita dah belajar sebelum ni. Kita ada 2 to the 4 decoder. We have 3 to 8 decoder and 4 to 16 decoder. So which one yang fit dia punya requirement tu? Adakah 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 3 to 8 or 4 to 6? Ada siapa tak nak jawab? Kita ada 6 IC.
3 to 8 ke sir?
Yes, betul. Thank you, Ifan. Yes. 3 to 8 decoder. This one. Okay. So, lagi 2 tu kita tak guna lah. So, maksudnya kita ada number 0, kita connect kepada IC 0. 1 kepada IC 1. 2 dan sebagainya. So, untuk yang 7 dan 8 tu kita kosongkan je lah. Kita tak connect. Tapi dia cukup lah requirement untuk kita connectkan kepada 3 IC tu. Inilah terlebih sangat. Okay. So, the question is, seperti Irfan jawab tadi tu, 3 to 8 decoder. Okay. Right. So now, the design, so that is the first questions. So now, another type of
Sir,
questions is, yes,
yang decoder tu memang kena hafal
Irfan, maksudnya, kan kita dah belajar sebelum ni, decoder, kita ada 1 to 2 line decoder, ke tak? 2 to 4 decoder. Pasal kenapa dia 1 to 2? Pasal kalau kita ada input dari apa, kita punya truth table tu kan, input, contoh untuk 2 to 4. Kalau kita ada 2 input A, B, saya lukis sini. Okay, so dekat sini kita ada 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Kan? So kita ada 4. So ada 1, 2, 3, 4. Kan kita boleh, barulah kita boleh represent 4 ni kan. Sorry, kosong. Draw. Scratch pula. Okay, balik kepada decoder tadi. So, kan kita ada 1, kita ada 1 to 2 line decoder. So, kita ada 2 to 4 line decoder. Ini untuk line decoder, bukan priority encoder dan sebagainya. Tengok, ingat balik, buka balik slide yang kita belajar pasal decoder sebelum ni. So, kita ada 3 to 8 decoder. 4 to 16 line decoder. So, bukan kena hafal. Kenapa dia 1 jadi 2, 2 jadi 4, 3 jadi 8? Pasal cara kita nak represent dalam truth table dengan kita punya dalam binary tadi. Contoh, untuk 2 to 4 tu kan, kita ada 2 input. Ada input A and B. So, truth table dia 0, 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 0, 1. Betul tak? So, untuk 2 input. So, untuk output dia, kita ada 4 kan? 0, 1, 2, 3. So untuk 0, 0, ini 1. Mula kita boleh represent dia kalau 0, 1. 1, 0. So that's why dia dapat 2 to 4 line decoder. Pasal untuk memori ni dia nak supaya ada satu A tu kita boleh pecahkan dia kepada kita bagi contoh kalau dia punya A tu masuk 00, kita akan bagi ke IC number 0. Kalau dia punya A tu 01, kita akan bagi dia kepada IC yang kedua, IC 1. Boleh tak? So memang decoder. Ingat balik yang kita belajar decoder tu. Dia bukan hafal, dia macam
Okay, sir.
right, thank you, right? Okay, so next is the design. So kita kena design. So tadi tu kita they just given, kita nak extract information ni. So now we have another type of questions is where we need to design 4 megabit times 4 bit RAM using a 1 megabit times 4 bit RAM. So maksudnya daripada sini kita nak expandkan capacity dia kepada 4M, kepada 4 megabit. Okay, sebelum kita nak draw design tu, maksudnya dia nak draw lah. So nak tak nak, kita kena dapatkan dulu berapa banyak jenis IC, dia punya address line, dia punya work size dan sebagainya. Baru kita boleh draw, betul tak? Okay, so kita buat dekat notepad. Harapnya nampak. Okay. Sebelum tu, boleh nampak ke saya punya screen ni? Ke dia pecah-pecah ke apa? Boleh jelas tak? Saya buat sebelah PDF, sebelah notepad. Boleh kau
Jelas sir, boleh nampak.
Right, thank you. So, untuk kita design, so first kita kena tahu dia punya word size. So, kita punya word size, pasal word size tu yang menentukan dia punya input dengan output line. So, untuk word size dia, okay, word size. Kita tengok so kita tengok dekat dia punya each of the chip. Bukan kita tengok expanded. This one is expanded. Ni expanded capacity. Berapa yang kita nak. Ni untuk kita build. So each of the chip tu dia ada capacity 1 megabit times 4 bit. Okay. So word size dia kita tengok kat belakang tu kan 4 bit. So word size dia adalah 4 bit. 4 bits. Itu untuk word size dia. So ini yang dia akan tentukan dia punya input and output line. Okay, next. Okay, so next adalah dia punya address line. Address line dia, kita ikut formula 2n times m. So, m tadi tu 4 bit lah, word size dia. So, sekarang ni, untuk kita dapatkan n, so, untuk 1, okay, so 1 lah. So, 1 times. So, macam mana kita nak represent megabit? Kita tengok kat sini. So, 2 to the power of 20 kan? So, 2 to the power of 20. Okay, so sebelum saya silap. Sebelum tu, macam mana kita nak dapat n tu? Untuk yang satu. So, 2 to the power of berapa? Kalau 2 to the power of 1, kita dapat 2 kan?
2.
So, dia 2 to the power of
0.
yes. Times 2 to the power of 20. Okay, so that's mean N 0 tambah 20, so kita punya N adalah 20. So kita punya address line adalah 20. Okay. So next, tadi tu address line dia. So sekarang ni kita nak kena tahu pula dia punya berapa banyak chip kita nak gunakan untuk dapatkan expanded capacity 4M. So kita punya total capacity kita nak adalah 4M. Kita bahagikan dengan each of the chip tu adalah 1 kan. So kita perlukan berapa chip? 4 chip. 4 chip of 1 megabit times 4 bit RAM. So kita perlukan 4 chip tu. Okay, so kita perlu 4 chip. So daripada chip tu kita boleh tahu apa decoder kita nak pakai. Okay, so for the decoder, so decoder apa yang kita kena pakai? Untuk fit requirement, untuk boleh kenakan 4 chip.
224 decoder.
Yes, correct. 224 decoder. So when we have all this information, kita boleh draw lah. So kita draw. Oh, alamak. Kita draw kat situ. So daripada information ni, so kita draw. So kita ada 4 chip. So kita draw chip dulu. 1M times 4. Okay, so chip kosong. 1M times 4. Chip 1. Chip kedua lah. So 1M times 4. Chip ketiga. Then 1M times 4. Chip keempat. Okay, kita perlu 4 chip. Dan untuk dia punya address line. Ke bawah ni kan. So ni untuk address line. So address line dia adalah berapa tadi? 20 bit. Okay, thank you. Okay, so settle untuk address line. So now kita buat untuk dia punya input line dulu. Input. Data input. Dan kita ada output. Data output. Okay, so input. Masukkan. Output. Okay. Jangan lupa kita perlukan read and write line. RW line. Okay. And last but not least, kita kena ada apa? Dia ada satu lagi kat sini, memory enable kan. So kita perlukan decoder. So dekat sini kita pakaikan 224 decoder. Ini adalah A. Okay. Memory enable kan, kat sini ada satu memory enable kan. So untuk dia bagi tahu, okay, aku nak simpan ni dekat chip pertama, kedua, ketiga. So kita pakai decoder. So kat sini dia akan ada 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0 pergi kat the first chip lah. So untuk 1 pergi ke second chip. 3 ke second chip, third chip. So ini pergi ke fourth chip. So settle lah. So dapatlah 8 markah. So inilah kalau kita nak design, draw dia punya expanded memory. So tadi daripada 1 megabit times 4 bit RAM chip kepada 4M times 4 bit RAM expanded capacity. So kita pakai 4 1M 4 bit RAM chip. So kita design, kita kena dapatkan dulu dia punya word size, address line, number of chip dan juga dia punya decoder type. Daripada situ kita boleh draw macam this one. Any question? Ada soalan nak tanya tak?
Sir, yang dekat decoder tu memang kena
Mhm.
huruf A je ke?
A, betul. Sorry. Thank you. Macam apa? Irfan. A dan B lah. Sorry, dia ada A dengan B. Dia punya input tu A dengan B. Sorry, pasal dia 2 to 4. So, A and B, so output dia 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Betul. A and B, sorry. Bukan A. A tu kalau untuk 1 to 2. Sorry.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
so
you.
kita ada decoder, data input, read and write, data output, dan juga chip. Okay, boleh tak? Ini kan? Any question?
No,
Boleh
sir.
eh? Okay, thank you. Okay, so kalau kita tengok kat atas ni, again, kita tengok balik dia punya each of the component tu. Nampak tak? Untuk IC tu, mana-mana IC dia akan ada data input, data output, read and write line, RW dan juga memory enable line. Ini yang kita gunakan untuk expandkan memori tu. Memory enable tu maksudnya bila dapat signal dia kosong, dia pergi ke ni, so maksudnya bila dia dapat signal tu barulah dia akan simpan. Otak dia tak simpan. So that's why kita perlukan decoder. Okay. Right. So next, kita rehat dalam 5 minit. Kemudiannya kita akan buat soalan pasir ni. Boleh tak? Kita rehat dalam 5 minit untuk kita akan buat balik pasir ni. Boleh?
Boleh, sir.
Alright. Okay, so kita rehat dulu 5 minit. Okay, can we continue with our exercise? Okay, so semua ready. So thank you Syahidah for the response. Alright, so we have this hold on, let me zoom in. Okay, so this is basically from past year questions. So we get this figure, which is figure 2, show a diagram of the expanded memory. So dia nak dah expanded maksudnya bukan individual chip tu, tapi dia dah expanded, di mana dia dah chainkan different memory tu together in order to provide expanded memory with capacity of 32K times 8 bit. So answer the following questions. So kita daripada sini kita kena soalan A. So dia dah bagi design tu. So now kita kena identify memory components label from A to D. So kita kena identify dulu. Okay, so siapa nak bantu untuk identify? E tu apa?
Input line.
Thank you Irfan kerana ni, tapi this one adalah read and write line. Pasal kenapa? Untuk input dengan output line dia ada bit ni, nampak tak? Ada bit. Pasal input dengan output line kan dia mesti ada data yang dia nak simpan tu kan. Berapa banyak data yang dia boleh simpan tu. So untuk yang tak ada ni, ini adalah read and write line. So ini adalah RW line. Boleh tak Irfan? Itu read and write lines. Okay. Untuk B dan C, B apa?
Data input.
Yes, betul. Bawa data input pasal ada bit. So word size dia adalah 8 bit kan. So ini adalah input, data input. Line. Untuk C,
Data output.
yes. Okay. So apa lagi? A to D. Okay, D ni apa?
Number of n sir. Saya tak sure.
And ya, number of n tu, tapi di sebenarnya dia refer kepada address line. Address line. Dia ada address line. So address line tu 2 to the power of n tu. N tu yang menentukan berapa banyak. So contoh kat sini, kalau dia punya n tu adalah contoh kat sini berapa? 2 bagi 16. So 16 lah. So 4 lah. So 4. 2 to the power of 4. 4 tambah 10. So 14. 14. So n dia 14. So kat sini 14 bit. Tapi sebenarnya ini adalah refer kepada address line tu. Nak masuk line tu, itu adalah address line. Boleh tak?
Boleh sir.
Alright, so dapatlah 2 markah. So pergi ke seterusnya. Specify the type of following component used. So memory chip dia apa? Okay, so dia punya expanded memory tu 32K times 8 bit. Okay, so apa dia punya chip ni? Setiap chip ni apa dia punya komponen yang kita gunakan? So ada anyone who would like to guess?
1 to 2 sir. Bukan.
Bukan, itu decoder. Ini adalah, itu yang decoder. Sekarang ni kita nak tahu dulu dia punya chip. Decoder tu betul lah 1 to 2 pasal kita ada 2 kan. So sekarang ni kita tahu dia ada 2 chip daripada diagram ni, kita gunakan 2 chip. Tapi dia tahu, dia dah bagi tahu kat situ expanded memory tu capacity dia 32K times 8 bit. So kita tahu kita pakai 2 chip. So kalau 32K bagi 2 kita dapat apa? 32 bagi 2?
16.
Yes. So each of the memory chip ni adalah 16 times 8 bit. Sama. So bila dia campur dua ni barulah dapat dia punya expanded capacity ni. Betul tak? So type of memory chip ni adalah 16K times 8 bit memory chip. Tu jawapan dia. Okay. Untuk decoder tadi, Irfan dah jawabkan. Kita gunakan 1 to 2 decoder. Pasal kita ada satu input A dan kita ada dua output. Bagi kedua memory chip. So this is 1 to 2 decoder. Okay. Settle. So next, dia punya number of the following, number of address line ni. So macam mana kita nak dapat address line?
2n
Ya,
multiply
betul tadi. 2n plus m kan? So kalau kita tengok dekat dia punya memory chip tu adalah 16K, betul? So maksudnya kalau untuk n, so kita dapat 2 to the power of berapa dapat 16?
4
4, yes, correct. Times dengan untuk kilobit. Macam mana kita represent?
to power
2 to
of
the power?
10.
Yes, correct. So n kita sebenarnya 14. So number of address line kita adalah 14. N equals to 4. Okay. Dan untuk dia punya word size, dia punya M. M dia berapa? Anyone would like to guess? This one, right? 16 yang 8 bit ni. So nama word size dia adalah 8 bit. Clear?
Macam mana saya dapat word size tu?
Ini dekat chip ni 16K times 8 bit kan? So this one ni refer kepada word size. Kan 2n times m, this one. Ni 2n times m. Ini adalah untuk dia punya capacity tu. Dia punya addressing bit dia tu. Berapa banyak dia boleh simpan memori. So dekat dia punya word size tu adalah times 8 bit. So m dia this one lah 8. So kita dapat 8 bit, betul tak?
Betul sir.
Alright. Okay, so next. Calculate the expanded memory capacity in bytes. Expanded memory bukan individual IC tu. Pasal tadi kalau kita tengok kita gunakan 16 times 16K times 8 bit untuk kita dapatkan expanded capacity 32K. Okay. So untuk kalau kita dapatkan the total number of capacity in bytes, so that's mean 32K. So maksudnya dia adalah 32 times, untuk kita represent K 2 to the power of 10 times dengan M dia, word size dia adalah 8 bit times 8. Okay, since dia nak dalam bytes, kita kena bahagikan semua ni dengan 8. So kita dapat, so siapa ada calculator boleh try. Semak sekali dengan saya, dapat tak? 32 times 2 to the power of 10 times 8 divided by 8. So the capacity is in bytes is 32768 bytes. Okay. Semua dapat tak? 327268.
Dapat sir.
Alright, okay, thank you. So untuk decoder, so kita dah tahu decoder dia adalah 1 to 2 decoder. So macam mana kita nak draw punya truth table? So kita ada A dan kita ada dua output. So kita ada output 0 and 1. So untuk satu saja input, so kita ada 0, 1. So kalau untuk 0, this one 1, kosong. Kalau untuk 1, Ni kosong, ni 1. So inilah dia punya truth table. Okay, boleh tak?
Sir, saya nak tanya yang 32 tu sebab soalan ada lambat, sir.
Tak. Pasal dia nak expanded memory. Nampak tak? Expanded memory. With capacity of this one. Yang 16 tu, kan kita dah identify kalau dia nak build dia punya expanded memory, dia menggunakan 2 memory chip. Tapi kita tak tahu kan. So 32 bagi 2, kita dapatlah. So individual memory chip ni 16K. Tetapi sebenarnya bila kita combine semua ni, dua-dua memory chip ni, dia punya expanded memory tu adalah 32K times 8 bit. So apa soalan nak adalah calculate the expanded memory capacity in bytes. Boleh tak? So kita ambil 32 times 2 to the 10 times 8. Jadi soalan ke?
Maknanya boleh je kan kalau kita tulis 2 power of 5 times 2 power of 10.
2 to the power of 5.
Ya, 2 power of 5 sama dengan 32.
Boleh je. Boleh je. Kita pulang. Boleh?
Oh, ada dua cara. Okey, baik sir.
Boleh. Sama je. 2 to the power of 5. Sama je. 2 to the power of 5. Tapi kenapa saya tak nak buat tu, nanti kena buat dalam calculator tu, kena buat 2 bracket dalam tu. Saya tak nak 2 to the power of 5. So times 2 to the power of 10 times 8 bagi 8. Sama je. Dapat 3, 2, 7, 6, 8. Sama je. Okay?
Okey sir. Thank you sir.
Alright. So any question? So anyone ada question selain daripada itu? So please study memory ni masuk dalam your final assessment, your final test. Memang masuk. Dia masuk ni counter, masuk lagi arithmetic circuit, encoder decoder tu. Code converter. Okay, so minggu-minggu depan nanti kita akan buat tutorial lagi lah. So ada question tak berkenaan dengan memory ni? Anyone? Boleh? Okay, kalau tak ada soalan, saya nak bagi homework sebelum kita end our session. So pergi buka dekat saya punya dekat course content kita dekat ITT 470 kat YouFuture. Pergi kat notes, try study dulu this one. Okay, dan please buat dia punya exercise yang last kali ni. So kita akan buat this one. So buat semua. Okay. Okay, ini mungkin tak payah kot. Buat dah 3. 2 dan 3. Okay. Ada soalan tak?
Tak ada sir.
Alright, so itu kamu punya homework. Kalau tak ada apa soalan lagi daripada untuk saya, so itu saja. So assalamualaikum. Thank you for coming to class.
Sir, attendance macam mana?
Okay, sekejap ya. Saya betulkan. Hold on.